Good evening, members. We are ready to start with the sixth technical session, AI in statutory audit. It's a proud privilege for me to introduce today's speaker, CA Amit Shenoy. Amit, may I request Chairman Pramod to escort Amit Shenoy and hand him a flower bouquet. Yeah. Amit is a commerce graduate from Bangalore University. He is a qualified chartered accountant and currently is in practice. He has extensive experience in auditing and assurance, valuation services, tax audits, statutory audits, and secretarial practice. He is a registered valuer, social auditor, independent director, forensic auditing and fraud detection, Ind-AS certifier. He has developed few cases, 10 to 15 cases with regard to tax audits, statutory audits, secretarial practice, which have been instrumental in innovating and enhancing auditing processes. He is actively involved in presenting these cases during his various hackathons organized by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, contributing to professional evaluation. Possesses significant experience in training GPT modules to achieve better outputs, making auditing and evaluation practices more efficient and accurate. A key contributor in highlighting and addressing the confidentiality issues during ICI hackathons, ensuring secure and compliant practices in AI-driven solutions. Here we present to you on Amit Shenoy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening, everyone. I think most of us are not yet back. Can we start? Until last 6 months ago, none of us were thinking about AI, and we never thought of applying GPTs, Pythons, and AI in our audit practice, right? Until 3 months ago, we were of the view that ChatGPT was the order of the day. And today, the order of the day is not only ChatGPTs, there are many more GPTs, including ICA GPT, Copilot, and many more GPTs. That means today the technology is evolving, and we need to keep ourselves technologically upgraded, and we should not lag behind. So this is the graph of GPT user base. If you look at this graph, the number of visits made in last December 2022 was 0.27 millions. That kept on increased. Finally, post-April, it got diminished. You might be surprised, what is he talking? This is at ChatGPT level user base, not at AI user base. At AI user base level, it is on increasing trend, whereas for ChatGPT level, it is slightly, it has dropped down so significantly. This is majorly on account of competitors. Competitors came into picture post April 2024. Then onwards, the domination of ChatGPT is little reduced. It all says that technology is consistently evolving and competitors are coming. We all use our GPTs aggressively in our day-to-day practice as well as life. Recently, I saw that even in ChatGPT, suddenly one pop-up came left side. It was about one CA firm. It was telling so and so XYZ chartered accountants firm, ChatGPT, like that. You may use it like that. So we don't know what exactly these things are. So when I wrote to ChatGPT team, they wrote one big 5-page mail asking whether did you do this, who did this, what is this, we are happy to help you, telling like that. But I did not get correct answer. So what I am trying to tell you is, we may be using ICA GPTs or paid versions or free versions or entrepreneur versions, but we need to be very, very careful when we use GPTs. This is what I would like to highlight here. Today, there has been a massive buzz around this AI, and I would like to categorize them into 8 wings. What if we use AI? What happens to our data confidentiality issues? Whether public uses it, can it be accessed by internal ChatGPT teams? Then are we wasting our precious time, energy and money on AI? And what if we don't use AI? Because 6 months ago we were not using AI, even then we were delivering. So why do we have to use AI? What if we don't use AI? Then how to deploy these use cases? For which process we can use automations? For which process we can use these GPTs? From where we can learn this AI? Can we learn it overnight? We also have softwares for audit. We have got audit tools. Even then, why do we need these AIs? Will it ruin our industry? So let us discuss them in detail. What if we use AI? Does it help in improving our efficiency? Yes, of course, it will help. However, we need to ensure that data is safe and secure and confidentiality concerns are addressed. Second one is data confidentiality. This we shall discuss them in detail in upcoming slides. Then, are we using time, energy, and money? There are so many versions today. Pricing starts like $20 per month, $25, $50, $75, enterprise versions, so on. So we'll be confused which versions to take it. It's an order of the day, and staying updated is inevitable, and hence we should take wise decisions. And always we should keep in mind that free versions will give free answers. Paid versions will give little better answers or improvised answers. Then, what if we don't use AI? We already have a lot of formats and checklists, so even then, do you have to use it? Yeah, still you can use it as an additional tool. Though you have got audit softwares, etc., using it for your overall, it may help you. So it is like an additional tool over and above the audit tool, which helps us in delivering PPTs, to present PPTs quickly, or to do data mining, data digging, to do all such things. Still, it is essential, because audit softwares don't prepare any PPTs. The next question comes, there are around 150 videos today in AI, ICI, YouTube playlists. So how to watch them overnight? As told by Chairman Sir, these videos are of like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. Though the respective hackathons were conducted for 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, etc., they have split it into multiple use case videos. The duration of each session is 5 minutes to 15 minutes to 30 minutes. So, moreover, yes, of course, we can't watch 150 plus videos overnight, or let us say you make it a habit to read in to watch in next 6 months. Daily, you can do it in half an hour, 5 minutes, then you might get bored. So the better idea is divide it amongst your colleagues and team and keep a target of 3 videos per user, or one user, 1 video per day for one, or something like that. You divide it so that you can complete the relevant videos within a span of, let's say, 2 weeks. From where can we learn AI? What if we just watch this ICA playlist? Yeah, we can do that. And to enhance our knowledge on AI, we can also enroll for AI certification courses offered by ICAI. Yes, of course, now it is August, September month, but still October, November, December, still we have. So today or tomorrow, we all should pursue this course. As told by Chairman Sir, it is a 1 lakh worth course. They're offering it for just 5,000 rupees plus GST. All chartered accountants should pursue this course in order to ensure that we are not technologically backward. Then the next question is, we are already using audit softwares, and why do we use? Yeah, we can use it just as a reference tool so that we can give certain value-added additions, tips, recommendations to the respective software developers. Nowadays, this audit software people are also developing AI in their software. They know that GPTs are overtaking them, so they're also coming up with a lot of GPT features in the audit softwares. This is the biggest question: will AI ruin our industry? Then the buzz goes on to say that, are we embracing AI at the cost of natural intelligence or stupidity? Yes. So use it wisely, and please learn how to interact with AI. And if you don't learn how to interact with AI, it can always give you wrong answers every time. So by virtue of training them consistently, you can get a right output, and also use right GPTs in right time so that you will get the most relevant answers. Further, keep it in mind, anything too much is too bad, and hence we have to be very cautious when we use AI. As told by the previous speaker, we should not be the prompt engineers. We should know that for which task we can use it. We should not use it for each and every task. Majorly, we should use it for data entry tasks or process-oriented tasks. We can use it so that we'll get additional time. Still, many people will have that question, why do we have to use AI? Earlier also, we were able to deliver our audit reports, and we were able to complete our audits on time. Still, why do we need to use AI? The answer is very simple. Today, the management's expectation is mounting. Today, the management wants timely preparation of audited financial statements. And today, the management is interested in good PowerPoint presentations. Today, the management wants detailed coverage. Today, some of the clients, they openly say, yes, we understand that you do audit on your sample basis, but why don't you do 100% verification? We don't want to have any notices and other things. So why don't you use it? Why don't you do 100% verification-based audit? We have seen that recently. Then, today, management also wants a lot of technical observations in addition to traditional observations. So, to give a value addition, auditors should consider using AI. And also, there have been a lot of supervision from regulatory authorities like NFRA, Peer Review Board, ICA, then many more regulatory authorities are watching our moves. So, and also at the same time, at auditor's office, always as usual, there is an increased workload. There are a lot of concerns about peer review and documentation issues. Auditor is not having a lot of time for doing those things, and he wants to save time by making the more routine tasks automated so that he can focus on value addition to client. Then he can also focus on how to comply with peer review documentations. And also in the ICA ChatGPT, there is a relevant GPT called PRB GPT. So we can also use that to get better outputs. Then by virtue of using AI, obviously auditor will have more time for review and he can complete his deadlines on time. So basically to bridge the gap between expectations and our actions, we should consider using AI. So when we use AI, obviously the first question what comes to our mind is what happens to data confidentiality issues, and if there is, and if you should write that XYZ, ABC and all that, then why do we need it? What is the necessity? These things comes to our mind, and always we should address such data confidentiality issues and various other challenges which are around AI. Now, let us address this data confidentiality concerns. I will go a little slowly now. The first question what comes to our mind is we upload a lot of data. So the data, whatever we upload, can it be accessed by public? This is the question what everyone gets. So I suggest that you should ask such questions to your GPT service providers. Suppose you are using ChatGPT, you write a mail to them, you find out what is their email ID. Once if you see the GPT website properly, you can make out the email IDs of respective support teams. So even though they say that, no, it cannot be accessed by everyone publicly, client information will not go, only processed information will go and all that stuff. So it's always better to get the written mail confirmation from your respective GPT service provider. Even though you use ICA GPT, again it is, in my view, again it is connected to ChatGPT only. So better you get this answer confirmed from ChatGPT. If you have not done this, please do this. And also, to have a security in mind, to ensure that data is not leaked, and if the data is leaked, what happens to that, what is the remedy for that, and to have answers for such questions, please sign a NDA with your service provider. If you write a mail to them, they will say that you please talk to our sales team, this is their portal, this is the link, you can discuss with them, and yeah, we can do NDA for this. This is very, very crucial because today, just because there is a GPT today, left and right people are using it. So there is a high chance of data leakage. So it is better to get answer for this question, and it is better to sign off an NDA with the respective GPT provider. Then this is the latest question what we are getting recently. Many of the people are of the view that the data what we use, yes, it cannot be accessed by public. However, can it be accessed by the training team of GPT? The answer is yes. I was also surprised because I used the paid version. I was wondering, even in such paid version, how such features are there. Then, when I wrote to GPT team, they told me that by default, even in the paid versions, your data can be accessed by the training and quality team of GPTs. And hence they told me the solution for that. The solution what they told me was, you have to go to your data controls tab in your ChatGPT. This is the case of ChatGPT what I am telling. So there's an opt-out option. So if you do such opt-out option, your data cannot be accessed even by the internal GPT team. Otherwise, keep in mind that if you are not serious about this aspect, there can be, of course, there can be a lot of data leakages. For example, let us say in your GPT team, somebody from US, they are accessing your data for internal team purpose. Let's say they have outsourced the work to some of your clients sitting in US. So suddenly they may come to know that, see, our auditors are putting our data in GPTs and they are doing the work like this, and our data is leaked. So it is not correct. They can file a case on you. So please be aware that this option is very dangerous. Please discuss with your GPT service providers to ensure that data is not leaked even to the internal team of GPT. This is very, very crucial. These questions you can also, as I said, you can write a mail to your service provider and you can get solution. Then next, if the data is leaked, what happens to that? Yes, of course, you can go for legal recourse via NDA, as you have already signed NDA. And if you have not signed NDA, please go to ChatGPT and prepare your NDA, or ask them, approach them. They will help you in executing NDA. Please have it signed and documented so that if something goes wrong, you can execute it. And also the one more advice is, suppose if any data leakage or something happens, the case will be filed against firm, not against the student or the partners or members who use it. And hence, please consider using your office email ID for this thing, and also sign off the NDA, and also consider going for enterprise versions. I am told that when you use enterprise versions, you do not have to bother about these things, and by default, your data cannot be accessed by anyone, including the internal ChatGPT team and the external world sitting. So you can ask these questions to your GPT service providers. Are there any ethical concerns in using AI tools for auditing, and how can we address them? Yes, ethical concerns are already there. So ensure that you have an ethical policy on AI at your workspace, so that AI is not misused, so that your data of clients are protected. Then one more questions exist here. Suppose, let us say, you are the top 10 firms and you have already developed some GPT for your office, and everyone is bound to use the same GPT, and people don't have access to any external GPTs. Even in that case, there can be one scenario like, for example, some smart student is sitting. He is also having ChatGPT in mobile. Yes, ChatGPT can be accessed through mobile also, I mean as an app, and you can simultaneously use it through your system. Let us say a smart student is there. He takes a photo of one particular issue and uploads it. And let us say that he has not ensured that data control options. And by default, it is available to internal GPT teams. So if, let us say, he is doing the audit of some top MNC companies, wherein you would have signed a lot of NDAs, and data is very, very crucial. Let us say if such things happen, what to do? And hence, I suggest all of you to have an AI policy for your firm. Like to comply with all these peer review requirements, we take a lot of declarations from our staffs, chartered accountants, everyone about data, about confidentiality and other matters. So in similar manner, you can have an AI policy for your firm. If you go to ChatGPT, you can do that sample policy and you can review them. Once you are clear that once you are clear that the policy is clear, you can sign it off, and it's an internal document. So better to ensure that ethics is retained and preserved and done carefully, you need to have an AI policy for your firm. This is very, very crucial, and hence, see, everyone is talking about AI, use AI. After 3-4 years, there can be huge repercussions if we don't have ethical issues addressed in beginning, and hence it is better to have a AI policy for each and every firm. Now, let us demonstrate some use cases. I have categorized the use cases into 2 parts. One is format-based use cases. One more is financial statement line item wise use cases. Like, for example, drafting of engagement letter, management representation letters, then audit reports. For example, in the case of audit report, what happens? We just don't want mere audit reports. We want audit report, IFC audit report, CARO, etc. In CARO also, as you know that the number of clauses are increased. So we want relevant answers. If you straight away ask GPT, yes, for small company, it can throw you a perfect audit report. But when you want to answer a CARO points, CARO questionnaires, and you also want to give an IFC opinion in your audit report, it may not give the answers what you want, even though you feed certain inputs or facts on qualifications or other deviations what you expect in audit report. And hence, for that purpose, what is that we can do is, we can have an Excel-based template wherein if you just update certain key details, and if you say that these are all the changes what I want, otherwise generate a normal audit report, you can generate such audit reports, and you can cross-compare your audit report, your CARO with the audit report what you generate from GPT. You can cross-check whether for any of the clauses of CARO, though there is a guidance note today, many people do a lot of mistakes in completing the CARO report, and hence for that purpose you can use the Chat GPT or ICA GPT as a control point, and not as your assistant, audit assistant. Say, boss, prepare audit report, prepare CARO, or just send it for signature. Don't get into that kind of practice. Because yes, of course, if you do that, you may get output, but it takes a lot of time in giving corrections and again giving multiple inputs to the Chat GPT. Letter to management on audit issues. So you have done a perfect audit, and you want to convey certain matters to management. So for that purpose also, you can use this format-based use cases. Then you want to have an MRL for your physical verification of fixed assets. For that purpose also, you can use it. One more disclaimer I would like to give in this context is, though you have got answers from the Chat GPT or other GPT teams, though you have executed NDA, whenever you want to use AI for drafting your format-based outputs, please don't put your client names until the issues are addressed. You can better put ABCD or XYZ or something like that. So once it is generated, then you can change it. Now, these are all the formats which we have developed. What is that we can do in our practice is, note down your questions in one particular place, one particular Excel I can say, than your Word file. So once you have one file, let us say for statutory audit, this is the file, these are all the sheets. So once you have some template, next time you did not waste your time, same template you can use it for generating your outputs. Now in this case, let us create an engagement letter and MRL for this client. Chat GPT or most of the GPT likes image-based inputs. So I just don't mind taking screenshot. Now this is my GPT. Yeah. Now the screenshot is already taken. Just press Shift Enter, don't press Enter, because it directly starts producing answers. It does not have that much patience. So you need to train GPT how to get patience. Now input is done, so we are getting output. So our engagement letter is already drafted, and in your format, if you have already put the fees, for example, fees for this ABC client is 50,000, that also will come. So what I am just trying to tell is, have an Excel version, have a template to save your time, and just take some screenshots, and you can generate engagement letters and MRLs, so that you need not waste time on changing the subject, changing the client name, etc. So wherever you need to change, that comes with this kind of points, highlights, you can change it. Once it is done, please review it. Just don't update the client name and send it for signature. Please spend time on review. And sometimes if it doesn't give proper answer, most of the times for such simple matters, it will give right answers. If it doesn't give right answers, write to it, it will give a correct output. The next use case is preparation of letter to management. This is also part of Excel only. Just for the presentation, I have pasted it to my PPT. So these are all the audit observations. If you note these observations, there is no subheadings for each of these observations. And the observations are captured over here, and the name of the auditor, date of letter, designation of signatory, everything, all such details are here. And I am telling that what should be the output. Based on the above inputs, prepare a letter to management, and same should be acknowledged by the management. Sometimes we prefer that management should acknowledge our letters, so that in future if something goes wrong, we can say that, see, you're already aware of such things and you already signed these things. So to do such things, we can also do like that. And also we can say that basis these inputs, you prepare a PPT. And always, when you are using it frequently, you give some pause or you reload the file, else it will regenerate the previous inputs. Now, if you see here, subheadings are also coming based on each FSLI. It is finding out what is the relevant FSLI and keeping it, so that we need not waste our time in drafting such letters. Whatever the points we get, if it is clear and perfect, same thing we can use it and generate letter to managements. And however, if there are any detailed annexures, you can just copy paste in a tabular manner or whatever the way you like and complete your letter to managements. So one shot, multiple birds. One is letter to management and one more is PPT. See here, it has not given output for PPT. Now I will say what happened to PPT. Usually, if you have trained it well, even if you ask 5 questions at a time, without asking further any questions, it will do it usually. Sometimes, if you notice, these downloads don't happen automatically. Some errors can also come. If such things happen, you say that, please give it here only so that you can copy it. And also, when you are giving inputs, give the clear instructions in what way you want output, whether you want the output in Excel, Word, or just over the screen itself. Now the PPT slides have come. You can use that and amend it suitably in your PPTs. Here, if you have done proper customization settings in your PPT, or if you learn something, or if you spend some time on those things, even alignment should come properly, including layout, everything. If you train it well, it will give you the right answers. Or even otherwise also, it's an added tool. The data comes here so that you can just do alignment and make it your PPT. The audit report case, for example, the audit report which I told a few minutes ago. For example, this is the prompt I am giving, dear ChatGPT or CA ChatGPT. We want to prepare the audit report. Kindly follow the inputs given by us and generate the audit report in Word file, and generate the Word file in zip format. We will also attach one sample report and then give my specific instructions to you. That option is also possible. If you give your one format of audit report, and then if you give some specific instructions, it can give. So first, ask the question, ask can it do. That is also another way of getting output. Then, for example, this is the relevant template for audit report, just for our reference I have done. Output should be, what should be the output? Signing partner name, date, membership number, UDN, etc. Everything we have given. So I have also given Caro applicability. Yes, Caro is applicable. Then whether it is listed or unlisted company, that also I have given, because certain clauses are applicable for listed company, not applicable for private and public companies. Then I am telling on CAMS, it is not applicable, you don't write anything on that. Then I am writing, for example, audit trial. This is my finalized answer. Since it is a new amendment, answers what it will give, what it can give might be wrong. Hence I am telling for that question, this should be only my answer. So spend time and found out what could be the relevant inputs. So I have prepared this. So then Caro questions. I am telling for each of these 21 clauses, here all are same, here all are, it is okay. Only for certain points I have different answers. So basis these things, you prepare an audit report along with Caro. It will give you the audit report with Caro. And as I said, it depends upon your patience level. Sometimes you feel that rather than teaching it for 1 hour, 45 minutes, giving a lot of corrections and other things, I can only prepare audit report using your existing format. Yes, correct. But if you've already done some templates like this, you can just use it to ensure that in Caro clauses, you have not done any mistake and your reporting aspects are better, or rather than correct, rather correct. Or you can also go to ICA GPT and you can use relevant GPT, and there you can ask, this is my format, this is my inputs, you please prepare audit report with Caro and IFC. So now the zip file is ready. Word file has come. See, it has just prepared audit report. It has not prepared Caro. So you have to give instructions. What happened to Caro? Why you are not prepared? It says, I apologize, all that. So sometimes if the questions are very lengthy and too much, there can be a delay in generating your outputs. So ensure that always your questions are precise and up to the mark. My recommendation is just don't depend on ChatGPT for audit report, because it is our opinion, this one. We have to be very, very careful when we use it. So better use it just as a second reference or a reviewer, not as a primary document. Here our natural intelligence is more important. Natural intelligence we should compare with artificial intelligence in the context of Caro and audit report. In the report-based use cases, only for audit report, some attention is needed. We just can't do input and get output. It will take some time, so let us not waste our time. We can go to next slide, next use case. Next is preparation of management representation letter for physical verification of fixed assets. Now the MRL for physical verification of PPE is prepared. You can put your asset-wise annexure for reconciliation, because mere letter is of also no use, as you also need to participate actually for PP verification. So management responsibility is here, just to the alignment. Your report is almost ready. Sorry? Yeah, you can upload, when you upload, insert two files and say that compare these two formats of MRL and finalize which is correct, which is perfect, and give me the right output. You can give a combination of inputs possible. And for sometimes if you use the relevant GPTs of ICA, you can get better outputs. Here I have done in just GPT level. Sometimes you can check, you can put same question to, always when you ask one question to two different people, you get different answers. You can also, if you have time, so you can also cross-check in that way. Ask one question in just ChatGPT, ask same question to ICA ChatGPT, specific GPT, there can be some difference. When you are doing certain unique things and all, it is better to do two-way checks. Now, we shall discuss FSLI-based use cases. The first one is data extraction for sales, purchases, and expenditures invoice. What do you mean by this? Can anyone tell? Exactly. So, when we are performing our sales verification, purchase verification, when we are verifying our samples, we can extract certain data inputs from invoices, and we can consider for our watching activities, and we can review them to ensure that it is correct, so that we can save some time in extracting the data. Next is, like for example, you have done some audit procedures for accounts receivable and accounts payable, trade receivable, trade payable. You have done some workings. You have just taken the balance confirmations and you have mapped them with the subsequent realizations and payments, and you have noted down what procedures you have done and all that. You can ask ChatGPT to confirm, are we missing here something, or any, should I, if there is any issues, you want some qualifications or some certain emphasis matters or some other paras. So you can ask ChatGPT, can you do this? It can give you certain right answers. Then Chalan updations. Now we are coming to almost September month. This is also tax audit season. We can use it for extracting the details of chalans from, let's say, PF chalans, ESI chalans. Let us say we have got 50 branches, 100 branches, 500 plus entry, 100 plus entries. We can use it for chalans updation. Then extraction of data from agreements for expenses. For example, you have got a rental agreement. You have got for professional fees, you have got a vendor agreement. You want to know what are all the key clauses, key points in these agreements. If you just take some screenshots or if you upload them by ensuring data confidentialities are not leaked, you can extract certain key answers in one screen. I mean, if there are 15, 20 pages, you can get relevant items in one screen. Now, let us do them. First one is data extraction for sales. This itself is not watching, please keep in mind. So don't say that I uploaded, watching is complete, all that. You can use it as just as an inputs in your sales process and procedures for your audit. Let us say we have hundreds of invoices like this. So it can help us in saving our time. So here sometimes when you give inputs like this, here output symbol comes. Here itself you can generate your output. See, here itself we have got the data, and to the extent it is available, it will give. Suppose you are not happy, you want prepared by, checked by, and many more details. You can give instructions. Especially when you upload invoices and all, please be clear about confidentiality issues. You ensure that settings are proper, and if you are not sure, please don't use AI in your audit. Usually, sales invoices will be raised by company. All invoices will be in a uniform format. One invoice, another format, another invoice, another format will not be there. There, the chances of getting right outputs are more compared to purchase or fixed assets invoices, because each vendor gives invoices in different manner. So if all uniforms are, if all the invoices are, let's say, either digitally signed or they're all in particular one format, it is easy to get the output. If you see here, see now, little more details are added. Or you can also say that, hey, look, my extraction should come in this manner: name of the party, GSTN number, PAN number, description, invoice, etc. It can do in your style also. It can tell, if you give, these are the 10 attributes what I want, it will give you output accordingly if such attributes are existing in that invoices. If it is not there, it will say none, or it will not give any answer in that particular column. This is all about using ChatGPT or AI tools for your sales, purchase, and expenditures verification as a data extraction tool, and not as an ultimate audit procedure. Yeah, you can do that. It's possible. Sometimes, if you upload more information, it can say that, sorry, I can't generate, this is a limit exceeded, or the data is so huge. So when it says like that, when you extract the data from Tally, you need to eliminate certain unwanted data and reduce the number of columns, etc. By doing that, you can input your data, what you extract from Tally, to GPT, and you can say that compare with the other information, sales or sales sheet or various information, sales invoices. You compare and give me a report. Compare this and compare that, and give me a report in this particular manner, this particular fashion. If you give such instructions, it can do. The next one is audit procedures for accounts receivable and accounts payable.
In the PDF format invoices, can it merge both and give me in one table vendor code?
Sorry, come again.
So in Tally, we have vendor codes. In SAP, we have vendor codes, right? Vendor code and vendor name, right? So if I have, say, GSTN number also, if I have one file like that and one PDF, say if I upload both the invoice PDF and the vendor code details, can it merge both and give me a tabular format?
Yeah, possible, but keep one thing in mind. When you input your PDF files, even in paid versions, at a time, the maximum number of files what you can upload is only 10.
Okay.
So if you go for enterprise versions, maybe you will be able to upload even 100 files.
Okay.
That is one challenge. Or else you have to upload, you have to say that there's a restriction, I will upload 10 times. Okay, 100 things are uploaded.
But it can merge both.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, but even in zip, sometimes when you upload the zip folders, it is not taking input immediately. It's taking time to process your inputs. Maybe if you are using enterprise versions, the challenge is you have to pay for whole year or half yearly once in advance, not as like a monthly $20, $25, like that. The next one is audit procedures for trade receivables and trade payables. Let us say this is my accounts receivable data. Particulars we have as on 31st March outstanding, how much is the amount, then subsequent realizations we have got, then as on the date of signing, how much is the values of each debtors. Then balance confirmation, let us say none of the balance confirmations we have obtained. Subsequent realizations are also not there, and let us say my aging is also there, aging is also done, more than 12 months amount also we have, and you want to know that what is possible I have done. I have just got the data and done. Now, please guide me as to how I should report to management as to why balance confirmations are not obtained, why you have not done provisions, can you review this data and all that. I want to ask GPT, can you prepare a letter to management? I want to write a letter to management on these aspects, and I also want to make it as a part of my PPT, and I also want a suitable qualification or emphasis or highlight that I should make in my audit report. Suppose if you have IFC, suppose you are not satisfied about these answers, you want to also make a report on your accounts receivable in your IFC, you can add that also. If you input your documentation and say that this is my input, basis this you prepare all these things, you can ask, it can give you answer. For example, so it is giving the point for audit report and the letter to management. Suppose the problems are more, you want to inform management by a mail, so you can draft such letters. So one shot, you can complete your A to D audit process using ChatGPT for FSLI line items. Have these things as a template so that you can save your time. This is covered. Similarly, for updating challans, let us say, as said by some person, you want to extract the data from your PDF files. You upload 10 months PF challans, 12 months PF challans, and say that, please give me output in this manner. Just take screenshot and give. It will do it. Let us say you've got 80 files. Use enterprise version, or you input 10 times or 8 times, get your output. These are all pure data entry works. So here, using AI will not reduce our natural intelligence. So we should know that for which matter, yes, we should use artificial intelligence, there is no substitute. We should be clearly aware and use it. Extraction of data from agreements. For example, I will upload the agreement and give this instructions. I want this things. Give me in one shot. I don't have time to go through. You can get it. And later you can just compare. These are all the sample AI tools which are popular nowadays. No, it is not only just ChatGPT is popular. These are all the inputs we should give to get the proper outputs. First, improve your customization features. So inform it who you are, whether you are CA, whether you are cost accountant, chartered accountant, registered valuer, what you are, so that when the output comes, it will have some importance. It will give right outputs. And also be aware of wrong outputs. So you have to review them carefully. These are all the ethical concerns in accounts and audit. I would like to highlight them. Utilize AI to support and streamline work in accounts and audit. Ensure AI remains as a tool under control, not a substitute for our professional judgment. AI cannot replace critical analysis and ethical decision making of professionals. Human insight in accounting and auditing is irreplaceable. Train AI to enhance audit and accounting processes. Ensure AI complements and not diminishes the role of professionals. Advocate for responsible use of AI that improves efficiency. Ensure automation opens new avenues rather than replacing human roles. Uphold the ethical standards of the accounting and auditing profession. Prevent AI integration from causing job displacement or ethical compromises. That's all. Thank you, everyone. Yes, sir. That's all.
Thank you, Amit. That was really interesting as well as informative for all the members. May I call upon Manjunath, our Vice Chairman, to present a memento to the speaker. Members,